The bullshit. The bullshit that I have just. I have heard a lot of stupid things in my life. You know, being a teacher, having to deal with stupid adults, working with terrible customers. But today, ladies and gentlemen, I think I heard the stupidest thing I have ever heard. The absolute stupidest thing. So I was watching. So in the morning, let me just tell you real quick my routine. I'm in my classroom. So I come early to school. Like I get here at like 5:30, and in the hour that I wait for my students to show up to class, I watch a lot of videos, or at least I listen to a lot of YouTube videos. Particularly I listen to sports videos, or at least sports media videos. And I was listening to Get Up this morning. They had a panel together, and of course they had to go and talk about the Lakers because it's the Lakers. That we're never gonna escape the media talking about the Lakers. The Lakers are the sacred cow that the media suckles at its teat. They love the Lakers. The Lakers are just the gift that keeps on giving to the media, good or bad, because it always drives the clicks. Anywho, so they're talking about the Lakers. They were talking about Jeannie Buss. She had some type of interview. I really don't fucking care. On this panel, you have Monica McNutt, who I like and I don't like her. Like, her takes just seem kind of wild to me, but she makes sound takes. You also had, what's his name? Something Williams. I keep forgetting his name. Jay Williams. There we go. Jay Williams. Of course, you got Greenberg. Mike Greenberg is the host. Tim Legler, who I love Tim Legler. He gives great analysis. He's very thorough. Whenever he makes a point, I think he's always on point. And then there's this other guy who is the topic of this video. You've probably seen in the title already. Alan Hahn? I don't care to say his name properly. This man had the fucking audacity to say one of the stupidest things I have ever heard. And look, I might be biased because I am a Warriors fan. And yes, we play today, so I have this thing where I always have to wear Warriors paraphernalia when my team plays. But he said this, and I'm paraphrasing here because I don't have the video to show it. But he basically said something along the lines of, LeBron, if you're going to play off this idea that we should trade LeBron, right? Well, LeBron has said a lot about wanting to play with Steph Curry, which is true. He did say that. So here's what I'm thinking, because the Warriors know that their window with Steph Curry, it's shrinking. It's not going to be long lasting. So here's what you should do. You should trade all of your young players and bring in LeBron James. Hell, you might have to tack on a star. Maybe throwing Klay Thompson. Bring him home is what he said. He said something along those lines. I'll put a link to the video so you guys can watch it. Watch that BS yourself. But he said something along the lines of, because, LeBron wants to play with Curry. Both of them are aging. You know what? Let's bring in LeBron to the Golden State Warriors for like one or two more good runs. And I could not believe what I was hearing. Not just as a Warriors fan, but just logically speaking. That was the stupidest thing I have ever heard. I have not heard somebody trying to go for an aging player so badly. But how come the media always does this with LeBron? They want to put him in these like unrealistically good situations. Unrealistically. There is no way the Warriors are going to do that trade, but they shoot it out there into the public space thinking that maybe if we speak it into existence, it'll come into existence. And Monica McNutt, you know what? This is one of those not rare moments, but these are one of those moments where my disdain for her turns into an appreciation because she calls out bullshit. And this was clearly bullshit. And she's like, no, whoa. That's stupid. And I'm like, thank you. And then also Tim Legler jumps in and says, no, the Warriors are not trading their youth to bring in an aging LeBron James. And that was my main contention. Why in the fuck would the Warriors, a very well-run organization, and yeah, maybe bias is speaking, but I think personally they are one of the most well-organized, well-run basketball institutions working today. Up there with the Bucks, up there with the Suns, up there with, I think Miami's ran pretty well too. But they are, let's say top five well-run basketball institutions, basketball organizations. What in your right mind thinks, or what in the right mind would make you think that this organization would trade away its future for an aging LeBron James who just came out of a season where he couldn't even make the fucking play-in? And he was playing good. So what you're basically saying is that the Warriors should sacrifice the potential 7 or 8 years of a potential playoff contender to trade for an aging superstar and maybe try to run for a title for the next 2 to 3 years. And then when it all goes to shit, well, you know, we had a good run. Okay, let's start the rebuilding process. No. They're doing the rebuilding process right now. They're following the Spurs example. I think I said this sometime earlier in the year where I said, I believe the Warriors are subtly rebuilding their core as they are still using their old core. Jordan Poole is coming into his own. Jonathan Kuminga shows great potential. And hopefully if James Wiseman can just stay healthy, fucking stay healthy, he might grow into a great prospect too. Because we do need rim defense. We need a defender, honestly. If not, you know, Gary Payton II could easily take in the Draymond role. We could teach him to do that. Or hell, Wiggins could take that role. We have so much youth that we could use for the potential future. To throw that away for a LeBron James because of a big name, what the fuck would Warriors fans love that? As a Warrior fan speaking, I hate that. And I don't hate LeBron. He's great. He's box office. But I don't need a LeBron James in my team when I have fucking Steph Curry. To me, not accolades wise, but I feel like Steph Curry is an equivalent to LeBron James, at least when it comes to name brand recognition, wide appeal, and overall impact to his team. If not, I feel like Steph Curry is a better impact. Not to mention, when you bring LeBron James into your organization, you bring everything else that comes with him. Clutch sports, Rich Paul, drama, fucking drama. We don't need that. We do not need that. And this man, Alan Hahn, you make it sound as though the Warriors right now are not in contention for a title. They're not a finals contender. Motherfucker, we're in the playoffs. We're in the second round going into a game 5. Where the fuck's LeBron? He's sitting his ass in the couch. 1, 2, 3 Cancun. And you think that adding him to our team is going to push us to the next level? This isn't the 2016 Warriors, okay? That little kerfuffle, we will never forget that. They will always have to be reminded of it, and they should, because that was one of the biggest collapses of all time. And that team did need KD. They did need Kevin Durant. This team that's constructed right now in Golden State, they don't need another superstar, you fucking idiot. Again, the only reason I could see him saying that is because this guy is just going to bat for LeBron. He's trying to save LeBron's ass, as the sports media always does. Again, suckling at the teats, right? Not just the Lakers, they love suckling at LeBron's teats too, and they want to see him successful so that they can make videos about him and talk about him and all that stuff. So yeah, sorry, I got really heated. I was yelling earlier. I was yelling way worse earlier. But man, was that the stupidest thing I heard. You want us to trade away Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, Wiseman, moody to bring in an aging LeBron to a roster that's already old. Draymond's old, Clay's old, Looney's getting up there, so is Wiggins, Steph's old. So basically you want to turn us into Lakers 3.0. That's what you're telling me. Because that's what the Lakers did this year. That's what they did this year. They brought in an aging superstar in Russell Westbrook, and look what happened. Look what happened. Are they in the playoffs? Did they make the play-in? That would be almost an equivalent result if you bring LeBron James into our team. Please do not say something stupid like that ever again. Keep my team's name out your fucking mouth.